Yahweh. Yahweh was the national god of kingdoms of Israel, Samaria, and Judah. His origins reach at least to the early Iron Age and apparently to the late Bronze Age, and in the oldest biblical literature. He is a storm and war deity who leads the heavenly army against Israel's army. At the time, the Israelites worshiped Yahweh along with a variety of Canaanite gods and goddesses, including El, Asherah, and Baal. But in time, El and Yahweh became conflated. El-linked epithets such as El Shaddai came to be applied to Yahweh alone, and the other gods and goddesses such as Baal and Asherah were absorbed into Yahwehistic religion. From the 9th to 6th centuries BCE, the Yahwehistic religion separated itself from its Canaanite heritage as Yahweh became the main god of the kingdom of Israel, Samaria, and of Judah. And over time, the royal court and temple of Jerusalem promoted Yahweh as the god of the entire cosmos, possessing all the positive qualities previously attributed to the other gods and goddesses. By the end of the Babylonian captivity, 6th century BCE, the very existence of foreign gods was denied, and Yahweh was proclaimed as the creator of the cosmos and the one and true God of all the world. That's a lie, y'all. Watch where this shit come from. Yahweh is the God of the Israelites, whose name was revealed to Moses as 4 Hebrew consonants, YHWH, called the Tetragrammaton. Although Christian scholars, after the Renaissance and Reformation periods, used the term Jehovah for Yahweh. In the 19th and 20th centuries, biblical scholars again began to use the form Yahweh. Okay, it was Jehovah and Yahweh they talking about. They using different forms. Watch this though. We gonna see what our Aboriginal brothers and sisters got to say in Australia. It is Mayan Aboriginals. Y'all see that? Yeah. And that's Australia. They come from us. Let's see what they say about Yahweh. Let's see if it's spelt the same first. Yahweh in British English. A large, legendary man-like or ape-like creature alleged to inhabit the Australian outback, Collins English Dictionary. Yahweh is one of the several names for an Australian folklore entity reputed to live in the outback. The creature has its roots in Aboriginal oral history. Yahweh-type creatures are common in Aboriginal Australian legends, particularly in the eastern Australian states. What is the Aboriginals' god called? In Australian Aboriginal mythology, Baim or Bayami or Bane, Bayama or Bami was the creator god of the sky, father of dreaming of several language groups, Warana, Kalamari, Iro, Dajokun, and the Wijiru of indigenous Australian, Southeast Australia. But Bayami, Amy is Maya. I told you it's Mayan Australians, Aboriginals family. Let's keep moving. Alright, here you go. Ape deity of the Americas. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some more pictures. Hold up. Ape-like creatures, right? This so y'all don't think I'm lying. You see that? The holler monkey guys. Mayan ape guys. You see that? Description. The Yahweh is usually described as a hairy ape-like creature standing upright at between 6 to 7 feet, right? The Yahweh's feet are described as much larger than the humans, but alleged Yahweh tracks are inconsistent in shape and toe number, and the descriptions of Yahweh's foot and footprints provided by the Yahweh's witnesses are even more varied than those of Bigfoot. The Yahweh's nose is described as wide and flat. Behaviorally, some report the Yahweh is timid or shy. Others describe the Yahweh as sometimes violent and aggressive. The origins of the name Yahweh to describe unidentified Australian hominids is unclear. The term was used in 1875 among the Killamari people and documented within Reverend Williams Riley's Killamari and other Australian languages. Yahweh is a spirit that roams over the earth at night. Some modern writers suggested that it arose through Aboriginal legends of the Yahoo. Yeah, Yahoo, y'all. just like the internet. Robert Holden recounts several stories that support this from the 19th century, including this European account from 1842. The natives of Australia believe in the Yahoo, this being they described as resembling a man of nearly the same height with a long white hair hanging down from his head over the features, the long arms as extraordinarily long furnished at the extremities with great talons, and the feet turned backwards so that on flying from man, the imprint of the footprint appears as if his being had traveled in the opposite direction, although they described it as a hideous monster of an unearthly character and ape-like appearance. Old Burngary and Gundaya Aboriginals said at one time there were tribes of the Yahoos, and you hear that tribes of them, family, and they were original inhabitants of the country. He said they were the old race of blacks, the Yahoos, and the blacks used to fight the blacks, always beat them, but the Yahoo always made a way for the blacks, being a faster runner mostly. Y'all hear that, family? So it said the blacks. So this could be when the Africans was created, because ape-like creatures from our historical ancient sayings was ape man was created on the fourth creation. Okay, so now you got people praising to this Yahweh, but it's spelled different. It's spelled Yowie, but this is from Aboriginal sayings on the word Yahweh. Israelites, get it right. Here I come with some more. Historical accounts refer to two types of Yahweh. You hear that, y'all? Two types of Yahweh in Australia, with the most prominent species being Gigantopithecus. It is the largest species, said to grow between 6 and 10 feet tall, weighing up to 1,000 pounds. Its hair was covered like an ape man with talons for fingers, compared to the North American Sasquatch. Why they comparing to the Americans? See, Aboriginals here, Aboriginals there, we everywhere. Okay, compared to North American Sasquatch, it is believed to have more of a primate look to the face and head and walk upright. The temperament has also been described more aggressive and dangerous towards humans. Other species of Yahweh described as being smaller, 4 and 5 feet tall. Y'all see that? While most people are skeptical of the account, some believe it is an ancient species of hominid that has avoided extinction. These hominids have been depicted in local cave arts as tall, hairy figures besides smaller Aboriginal figures. Contact with the Yahweh sightings across the years. European contact with the Yahweh is said to have begun with the arrival of the first fleet in Sydney Cove in 1788. During the early colonial era, Aborigines often warned British settlers to beware of an ape-like creatures lurking in the rugged mountains and deep forests of the continent. The particular account, which reached London in a letter in 1820, told of an encounter in 1789 by convicts and a party of Marines while on a hunting trip. The men killed a bunch of wallabies and were returning to the settlement when atop a nearby hill they saw an animal observing them. Amongst the trees, peep this, family, saw an animal observing them. Among the trees, which later claimed was twice the height of an ordinary man. The first southern sighting in Australia was reported on Phillip Island, Victoria, 1849. During this encounter, several people observed a creature said to be between 6 and 7 feet tall, resembling the cross of a baboon and a man. At the time, the creature was said to be sitting on the edge of a lake when it was shot at. To the left, Yahweh. Yahweh. What is Yahoo now? Products and services. Yahoo operated a portal that provides the latest news, entertainment, and sports information. The portal also gave users access to other Yahoo services like Yahoo Search, Yahoo Mail, Yahoo Maps, Finance, Groups, and Yahoo Messenger. Check this out. Yahoo. Yahoo family. Yahoo meaning, okay, peep, a rude, noisy, or violent person. Yahoo. Yahoo is also like praising the Yahwehs. I just showed you what Yahwehs are. Hold up. Where did the word Yahoo come from? The word is from Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels and describes one of the races he encountered. See Yahoo, a brute in human form, 1726, from a race of brutish human creatures in Swift's Gulliver's Travels, the internet search engine so-called from 1994. Is Yahoo a derogatory term? Check this out. Yahoo, a rough, coarse, or uncouth person. Yoku, lout, a derogatory term for a white person from the Confederate South, United States. YouTube, enjoy the videos and music you love, upload original content, and share it all with your friends, family, on the world of YouTube. We know what YouTube is, what kind of engine it is, but Pete. So YouTube is a broadcasting service, Pete. Yahweh again, a large legendary man-like or ape-like creature lives to inhabit the Australian outback. But look, here go the words, y'all. YouTube. YouTube means Yahweh. This is your God. YouTube. Yahoo, an exclamation used to express joy and excitement. Words related to Yahoo: roughneck, boar, lout, brute, barbarian, beast. Look. Words nearby: Yagan Ariel, Yagan Antenna, Yah, Yahata, Yagan, Yahoo, Yahoos, Yeherzi, Yahweh, Yahwism, and Yahwist.